Hot Mess Open Mic.
Sponsored by
Hot
Tropicana.
Mess, Hot Mess Open Mic. The bar is loading, the YouTube is going, and that means that the stream has started. Don said on the stream that we're sponsored by Tropicana, so now I know we're caught up. Hot Mess Open Mic.
Oh, that really hurt. It hurt us all.
Good morning.
Heard everyone. Yeah.
God.
I was hosting a weird backyard music festival-y thing, and I just had to scream at him for the first hour because the mic wasn't working. So I just had to scream at a bunch of weirdos.
Do you not have your soundboard?
I wasn't running the sound. It was some aloof French guy with pinstripes on his pants. So I didn't want to pry. Yeah, I didn't want to pry, so I just let him do his thing, and I screamed at him. But next week I got it. There was a weird drug man. He had shrooms in cat food cans that he canned himself. I didn't know you could can stuff yourself. It's
in cat food cans. Sounds legit.
Yeah, and it's got his branded stickers on it. It's like I don't know how you do that, and like are the police that lazy? Yeah, it's like that. It would be like if Abigail sold cat food shroom cans of her face on it. Like it's literally kind of like that. And if you want to buy bumper stickers from Abigail, Abigail's got stickers, pins, buttons, and doodads. And if you want your face on it, let her know.
Jason, I don't know if your mic's working because we can't.
Your mic is not connected. Your lips made a sound and nothing came out.
Yeah, it's kind of amusing. Like I was gonna let you just keep doing it, but then I was like, no, he's gonna think I'm a rude bitch for never responding to anything he says. It's like he's not even here. He's just like
right off the bat, he comes in with Black Panther on, and you're already like, can't. No, he's dead. He can't talk. That's gonna be so. Everyone's gonna see Wakanda Forever just to find out what do you do about him being dead. Right. All right, we got a couple people coming. We got the people. We got the regulars. Dawn, you want to say anything before I guess we throw up Amira?
I just think that everyone in the room is supposed to be here, and I don't miss anyone else at all.
I honestly forgot we were doing this.
Very spiteful intro. I love all of you here and hate everyone who's not.
Fuck you, Greg Matthews. How dare you be with your in-laws at a time like this? No, still not working, Jason.
Oh, but okay. So, speaking of, all right. So, what if I bought a giant building, right? How many apartments should I have in it so we all can have a weird hot mess open mic co-op?
Ooh, 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a
15
building.
15 is
that's
a pretty consistent number usually.
That's a fucking building.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass building. Sure.
We can like rent out a couple of rooms and like make people listen to us talk. Like, oh no, rent's super cheap, but you have to stay here for this open mic.
Rent's super cheap, but unannounced. We will use our key to enter your apartment and just start talking while holding cups of coffee.
So this sounds like a great idea, and I'm so in. But just know that I don't need a room because I'm still gonna sleep in my car.
I didn't want to bring that up this early. I didn't want to bring up you sleeping in your car this early.
All right, well, then we won't talk about it right now. We'll just listen to what Amira has to say for 5 minutes.
You know who doesn't sleep in her car, and you know who's also gets interrupted by people just holding cups of coffee, walking in a room. Amira.
Okay, so I come from a strict Muslim family, which is what guys love to hear on a first date. So I was dating this guy, and he was telling me he does Reiki, and I was like, what is it? And he's like, oh, it's when you transfer energy and you heal people, but you're not touching. He's like, do you feel it? Nah, not really. So things were going well. I went back to his place. He asked for a hand job, but I come from a strict family, so I was like, how about a Reiki hand job? Do you feel it? He had to pretend to be into it so he doesn't come off as a fraud. So there was this guy on Instagram messaging me because, I mean, there's plenty of them because I'm so attractive and I'm a female. I'm a female in comedy. And he's in Egypt. So I was just telling him, let's just talk as friends. And he's like, oh, okay. But I wish I was born in your eyes so I can roll down your cheeks and die in your lips. I'm like, I don't talk to my friends like that. But I imagine if he was romantically interested in me, this is how it would sound. I wish I was conceived in your nose so I can go down your esophagus and die in your heart like an arterial blockage. Maybe then I would move to Egypt. My male friends are always telling me I'm a great catch, but like they keep throwing me back in the water. I'm like, I want to be on land. Like, I don't know. I want to be like a evolved fish that's like that can walk on land. I don't know, something like that. But it's not like even a good thing if they did keep me, because then I'd be gutted and eaten. I mean, maybe one of them isn't that bad. So has anyone had a platonic dream about their crush? And like, that's where you're supposed to like fantasize about them, but I can only like just be rejected. Like, I don't know. Kind of sad actually. So there was this guy I was just talking to, and he started calling me stubborn in the beginning, and I was like, I don't know if my self-esteem is low enough to keep talking to him. So I asked my cousin, should I keep talking to him? And they're like, oh, just go out with him for the free ice cream. And I'm like, you know what? That's great advice. I should only talk to 5-year-olds for advice. I was talking to my mom, and she was like, oh, are you gonna call that guy? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think I should, because he needs to call me first, and I'm not gonna budge. Like, there's no way I'm gonna call him. She's like, you are kind of stubborn, actually. Just stubborn. Something like that, but funny. So I had a date at the Macy's furniture department, and he was like, I was like, can we go somewhere, like a date? And he's like, sure. Do you want to go to the bedroom section? And I was like, I don't go to the bedroom section on a first day at Macy's. Maybe if we can go to the wedding gown section, and then we can go to the bedroom. So my sister was asking me, hey, are you going to shave your legs before you go on a date? I'm like, no, because if he can't have me at my hairiest, then he can't have me at my smoothest. I'm just kidding. I'm so lonely. I shaved. One time I got ready like for 3 hours before a date. Like I got a haircut, I did my makeup, my hair, got a new outfit. And then I saw like the guy had a hole in his crotch, and I'm like, really? Like, put some more effort into it. Come on. I mean, I still went out with him for 3 years, but still. Cool. So I was complaining that I was getting older and that I might have to go and get fertilized. But when I said that, it kind of sounded like I would have to go to Home Depot to get some fertilizer to sit on. And it's really hard because I don't even have a garden for that. Cool. There was a guy that was messaging me on Facebook, and he was trying to give me like $300 a week. I think to just listen to his stories. But I declined the offer because I get unemployment and I don't have to do sex work anymore. I feel like I'm so glad that I have unemployment because I don't have to do sex work anymore. I wasn't getting paid that much because I was doing Reiki sex work. Don't worry, I can still go to heaven if it's Reiki, right? Okay, so I went out with this doctor. His name is Dr. Khaled, not to be confused with DJ Khaled. And I don't really like his medical practice because they advertise themselves as we the best. And when you're done with an appointment, they tell you go down the hall and make another one. I don't know. Okay. So I have like 100 backups because like a lot of the guys I date aren't really the sharpest tools in the shed. So I'll put them through like a really tough application process. So I have to talk to their like to like references, like their ex-wife or ex girlfriends. I'll have to like give them like a physical. They have to do like a fitness exam. Like I don't know. They have to have 6-pack abs. You know what? The rest is not important. They just have to have 6-pack abs. I'm shallow. All right. So I'm gonna end on like this really great one. Let's find it first, or let me write it first. Okay. Just kidding. All right. So I'm going to the gynecologist because I get physical intimacy and I don't have any strings attached. I think I should end there. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Mira.
Thank you.
Amira's into some kinky shit if she finds what the gynecologist doing pleasure. Man. I'm still trying to recover from the last gynecology appointment I had a week ago.
They got those slappy flappies. They got those little like sweep.
Yeah.
The sweep scissors, the whatevers.
The speculum.
Speculum. Yeah. I only
went
once.
I remember sweep.
You've only been there once.
I'm actually I have to go again because they're saying I'm overdue.
Oh God, I hate going to the gynecologist.
You know, you can buy speculums and no one will stop you.
Yeah, no, it's illegal to buy the speculum. It's illegal to use it against someone.
Not consensually.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently Amira's got this in her like sex toy drawer. You know what I mean? Like speculum.
They just have medical supply stores. They just have medical supply stores. You can just buy whatever you want. You can just buy all that stuff. You can get speculums and use them as roach clips.
Oh my God.
But like, what's the point of this?
I guess like ones is not like that bad.
It doesn't have any pleasure in it.
No, just to be like, just to have them in your back pocket to be like, I got a speculum in my back pocket.
You could be like
a waste of money.
I don't know. That's a pretty good prop comic bit. I might have to write that down. Speculum?
No.
I have a speculum in my back pocket.
You're like, what are you doing with that?
Don't ask me why.
Most guys keep a rocket in their pocket.
Right. See, you guys are already riffing it. I haven't even got it yet. It's the best.
Who else is the best? She's up next.
Oh,
I hope she unmutes.
Looking
at you, Kathy O'Brien.
Kathy O'Brien. She's gonna saw us with her jokes like those weird men are sawing down the trees next door. Kathy O'Brien.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about the background noise. I don't know.
There's literally no background noise.
None.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There is, but only you hear it.
All right. Yeah, I hear it for sure. So last Sunday, I woke up and I said to my husband, "Happy Father's Day, honey." And he's like, "It's next Sunday." And so it's a win-win situation because I ordered him a vintage special effects something or other. Yeah. I don't know what it is. But my good friend plays synthesizer. My husband plays synthesizer. He's like, you should order him this special effects, whatever it is. So it's coming today. It's going to be shipped today. So I'm going to have a gift to actually give him on Father's Day. One time my family, we were traveling in Scotland during Father's Day. And so we're traveling the countryside. And so my husband's, there's a Scotch distillery that says free tours. And my kids are 8 and 10 years old at that point, pre-oppositional defiant. And so they're like, okay, we're like, we're going to tour a Scotch distillery. They're like, okay. And it ended up being really fascinating. And it's a huge Scotch company, and like 3 people run this. 3 people run it, which I thought was really incredible. So then we go for the tasting. I don't like Scotch at all. My husband's all into it, and I sneak out and I get him a bottle of Private Reserve Scotch that is only sold in Scotland. So I think that wins the prize for Father's Day presents. But here's hoping he will like this special effects, whatever it is, that I have no idea. My friend said, get this for him, and I did. So that friend I was talking to, I said, Scott, did you hear the story about the guy that got scooped up by a whale? And he's like in the mouth of a whale, and he's thinking, this is how I'm gonna die. Then the whale jumps out of the water and like tosses him into the water. He lives to tell the tale. I'm like, holy shit, man. That is a crazy situation. And so my friend says, well, he's getting dates for life. And then he can tell the dates that he wants to have the child of Jonah with them. Man, like if your loved one died by being swallowed by a whale, I would totally lie about the manner of death. I'd be like, yeah, it was a massive heart attack. I mean, because like, how would people respond? You're like, he got swallowed by a whale. I don't know. What would people say to that? Like, what do you say to that? Like, fuck, man, I'm so sorry. Anyway, I emailed my former boss. We both do child abuse work. And I said, I'm so over my job. And she's like, yeah, at this point, I would be a Walmart greeter. And I'm like, I don't think I could be a Walmart greeter. I'm not up for that. But I could be a plow and hearth greeter. I'd be like, may I interest you in a fireplace or perhaps a pair of Birkenstocks? Over here, we have a raccoon bird bath. You look like someone that needs a lawn gnome. We've got a lot of lawn gnomes. So yeah, I could totally, I think that's my next career. Plow and hearth grader. Jesus, I don't know what else to say. Yeah. There's a comedian online, and he's got a survey about what my next career should be. And one of them is YouTube sensation. And my idea for a YouTube channel is a show. Good Lord, that is so loud. I should
hear that
probably
one?
end.
Yeah, I heard
This
that
is
one.
fucking super loud.
Sorry, Kathy.
I gotta mute, man. This is loud.
Thanks for coming, Kathy.
Dead by
Silenced,
trees.
silenced by the patriarchy once again. Thank God those men are out there sawing the tree down.
Well, at least
Silencing
now,
women.
now you can change this title to "White Men Silencing Women."
Finally.
Finally. Finally.
Yeah, shut these women up, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So Dawn had pizza for breakfast and you're having chocolate ice cream sandwich for breakfast.
And Jason's drinking beer.
Should I go around the
I love
corner and get
It's
a
the
chicken
afternoon where I
sandwich for
am.
breakfast?
Okay, so the three things that I have in my house right now for food are half a box of ice cream sandwiches and a PBR. So
Oh, nice. So why don't you
That
have a PBR in
sounds-
your other hands? That's what I'm at. I'm most angry you don't have another a PBR. It's Blue Ribbon. It got a blue ribbon over 100 years ago. It's the best beer ever.
it's award winning.
It's award winning. Hundreds of years ago, it was award winning beer.
It peaked
Hundreds-
hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago, when people's tongues were numb from the multiple diseases and dysentery. This is so
So-
much better than the bath water I have to drink for breakfast.
It's even more offensive that, like, okay, so I learned about PBR when I went to Portland for the first time, and like it's
Oh wait,
cheap.
wait.
mostly.
So what's the PBR of Canada?
No, we have. Oh, I don't know. Jason probably knows better than me. He's drinking shit beer right now.
Ouch.
What?
Damn. Okay,
How
Jason,
dare you
hold it
talk
up.
about my beer?
Like Coors Light or something.
Is
Yeah.
it Hortons? Is it Hortons beer? Well,
No,
it
it's Coors.
Coors?
It's Coors Light.
shit, bro. Really?
It is the middle of the
Fuck.
day.
God damn it!
So,
I hate
like,
America.
the PBR at my favorite pub in Portland. Plug for that bar. It's called My
Yeah.
Father's Place. It's my favorite bar. Anyway, they
Oh, you were talking about
sell
a bar? You weren't just talking about like weird incest stories when we were
She's talking about her
that?
father's
I know,
actual
right?
place.
So, okay, I'm actually choked because a friend of mine was supposed to buy me
Stop.
during like the middle of the beginning of the pandemic. My Father's Place was making like merchandise for like PPE merchandise. So they had a mask and like the mouth of it just said like My Father's Place. And I was like, that is the best fucking thing. Like why but my friend never like actually went to buy it and ship it to me, but I would have worn that like so proudly. Like I would have loved it. It would have been the best.
Abigail, why are
anyway,
you so excited to
So I
have
think-
your father's place on your mouth?
Because it's
think
just so fucking funny.
I think Alexander Keats is the PBR of Canada.
The what?
It could be.
The PBR?
No, what is the beer?
Oh, Alexander Keats. It's from Nova Scotia. It's like the
There's
pride of Nova Scotia.
also, yeah, I mean, any of the Newfoundland beers are pretty bad. We have Black Horse, that's pretty bad. In India, what is the other one? I don't know, like something India, or I
Indian
don't
Pale
know.
Ale.
I don't know. No, it's
Can I mention something that's really random?
yeah.
But
We're on a
I
tight
called-
schedule here.
Yeah.
I called
Damn it,
to
She's the one who has to
confirm-
get back to work.
I called to confirm my second vax today. And I'm like, I tell them my name and she's like, do you spell it CESSIE?
What?
How do you get that out of Kathy? Like CESSIE.
Practice.
Like, is that how you spell your name? Like,
She was
that
trained
is the
at
opposite
Starbucks.
of how I spell my name. Oh man,
Don't worry, she just came off a 5-year tenure at Starbucks.
God,
Nobody ever got their coffee.
Yeah.
God.
Hey, Jason, we have to get down to this. What
Mhm.
is the what's the Canadian version of PBR? Like I tried to type that into Google and was like, do you want Canadian PBR? No, motherfucker, I want like what was an
It probably
award
is Alexander Keats.
I think it's
Yeah,
Alexander
hundreds
Keats.
of years ago.
So
Alexander
I
Keats.
know
Or
there is
Moosehead.
Canada.
There is. So my point of the story was when I like went to Portland, it's so cheap, right? Because it's shit beer. It's supposed to be cheap. And then you have in Vancouver and East Van, all these hipsters think they're in Portland. So they're paying like $7 for a can of PBR. And I'm like, you guys are so fucking stupid. Like, this is not hip. You're just drinking shitty beer and wasting like all of your fucking money on it. Like,
it is imported.
So fun story.
More than five, like
tattooed,
oh my God.
right? And she has a big old box of PBR tattooed on her back. It's not
you.
Technically, but it's close enough. And the reason why I have this tattoo is because PBR Canada paid for some of it.
What?
Yeah, there is a PBR Canada. That's why I just found out when I was Googling. I was like, there's a PBR, there's a Canadian arm of anyways. All that to say, I am very offended you're drinking Coors Light. I thought you were saying Alexander Keith is like a place. I was like, oh no, it's
a brand.
Stag on it. Yeah, it's got a stag on it. It's just some dude.
But okay. I do think though, if I were
one
to
more
look,
rant, and then let the man do his commodity.
fine, but
Fine.
So
Keith,
So,
so
I
bright.
do think that, like, yeah, India, Black Horse, and Blue Star, which are all Newfoundland beers, could probably be on the list of like worst beers in Canada.
Black,
like for sure. Yeah, like, and this is coming from somebody who usually has nothing bad to say about Newfoundland, like, but yeah, the beers are pretty bad.
I like how you're like shitting on like an entire brewery, like, right? Because it's like Black Horse Brewery. Or is this? Or am I messing something up? There's
it's
Black
just
Horse,
like you just
Black
yeah,
Horse
you just get
Beer
Black Horse.
Canada. Because it's probably just doing some fucking American shit.
I don't even think you can get it outside of Newfoundland.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I don't like.
Molson Coors Canada. It's part of. Oh, that's funny. So there's a Coors Canada. That's why you're drinking.
See, that's the
Coors.
thing, right? If a beer company
why you're
gets too
drinking
big in
Coors.
Canada, then Molson or
Yeah.
Labatt will buy them out.
There we go. Yeah. It's Molson. Yeah, you're right. It's Molson. But Molson is now part of Coors, so that's why that was my like conspiracy theories. Like that's why you're drinking Coors in Canada, because Molson and Coors became the same thing. So they have all of North America. They have all the beer in North America, and they're like, gee, fucking hell, that
Well,
does look like a
Molson-
shit beer.
Molson
It
doesn't
does
have
a stag on it.
Molson doesn't have a light beer, so they teamed up with Coors because either like Coors Light or Bud Light are like the main beers, the main light beers in Canada, and then that's it.
I can't believe that that 68% of people liked that beer. I actually it's very impressive.
In America. No. Yeah. Scores. No, the score is 68. It's been ranked by 4,000, like 49,000 people. It has a rank.
49,000 people have ranked.
They just wanted to drink.
Yeah, and it's ranking it's ranking against all beers. So it's in the top 250 rated beers. Let's see, where's it ranked?
Huh.
Let's see. Okay. No, it's ranked 4,000.
It's ranked 4,000.
It's ranked
That sounds about right.
49,260 first amongst all the beers of the world. Its score, I guess, out of 100 is 68. There we go. And on that boring technicality, flag smasher himself, Jason Osborne.
Thank you.
Jokies.
Keep it going for BAD. You're out of order there. So. Oh man. I don't even know where it's gonna go. I'm not even doing material. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I saw like episode 2 of Loki today, and then
hell yeah.
And I've been watching Avengers movies all weekend, so it just made me like miss wearing my Black Panther suit. So I just threw it on, and it's like the only acceptable reason for me having this much hair, because like I usually have really short hair. All the barbers are still closed.
Oh yeah.
What else is going on? Oh yeah, so they opened up a strip club in Toronto called Zanzibar. So they opened the strip club to vaccinate sex trade workers. right? But like if they're trying to like boost the vaccination numbers by having them at a strip club, they should just target men, and they should let the strippers do the vaccinations. And even if they charge like $20 a vaccination, I'd still do it. I got my appointment today for my second vaccination, so I might actually survive this. What's he say? Oh yeah, I got the Kevin Costner vaccine. You guys heard of that one? No. So it's when like somebody else is about to get vaccinated, and then you like dive in front of them and you take their shot for them, like in The Bodyguard. Yeah. So that's the one I got. So that's what I got. I got one of those. I gotta get one more. What else is going on? Oh yeah, so Canada Day is coming up. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Everyone excited? Don's excited. Awesome. I usually do a boat cruise for Canada Day because of the pandemic. If I win the lottery, I'll like buy a boat on an island and have like a booze cruise to the island, and then it's like party. So like nobody can bust us for not social distancing. And then so instead I'm gonna have a virtual show, which is a boat cruise theme, and then people are always like, why do you get so excited about boat cruises? And I tell them, first time Black people came to North America on a boat, it wasn't such a pleasant experience, but things have gotten better since then. So now I'll party on the boat. But I think if they decide that they want to like enslave Black people again, they'll just show up to Africa on a booze cruise, and then be like, hey, who wants to party all the way to America? And then let the Black people get on the boat, and then they'll be slaves again. So, but at least they get to party and drink like Coors Light or whatever you guys drink down there. Or out in BC. One thing about the beer in BC, the reason that it costs so much is because BC is like Ontario. The government like controls they control like the alcohol trade. So like only the government can sell alcohol, so they can charge whatever they want. So that's like why beer in like Ontario and BC is like so expensive, right? If you go to like Montreal, they can like import their own beer and sell it for whatever they want, like the States. But we're nowhere near there. What's going on? Oh yeah, Father's Day is coming up. Anyone celebrate Father's Day? Okay.
Mira's the person to be like, I don't know.
We all killed our fathers.
I'm not a father, and I don't have a father, but I'm a big fan. I'm a fan of Prince Harry. Prince Harry just had a second baby, or sorry, he's not Prince Harry anymore. He's the artist formerly known as Prince Harry. And I just hope that the baby's not too pale, right? And it's like pale mixed race baby growing up in Los Angeles doesn't look good. That's all I got. I don't know. I didn't really write anything down, so I guess I'll just leave it at that. You've been a great audience, my favorite audience. Let's get your host back up here.
Leaving it at that. Jason Osborne is coming over to the Hot Mess Open Mic.
Jason, can I just say that I don't think people appreciate that joke as much as they should.
No, it was only funny. It was only funny when they hope it wasn't too dark.
When you hit it last week, without the add-on, I thought it was the best. I was like, man, that is so, but it is just one of those things that I usually don't understand any pop culture references or political references in anyone's set. I don't understand, honestly, 99% of whatever Greg is talking about, for 5 minutes. I just I love his expressions. I just have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
What does he mention that you don't understand? I just don't listen. So
anyone.
Oh, you know what happened? You know what happened? Oh, one more quick story. I did this workshop where you do your jokes, and then they critique them at the end. And I did this one. I was the only Black guy. And then this really white guy from Alberta was he didn't understand any of my material because I told one joke about Shock G from Digital Underground because he had died recently. And he's like, yeah, I did less than a minute about that. And then he's like, I didn't understand any of your jokes because I don't know who Shock G is. And it's I did 5 minutes on not Shock G stuff. that it was even like really black
He's
stuff.
just obsessed. He just like
Yeah.
fried his brain. Shakti,
Exactly.
shock, shakti,
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could have made a note about something else. Like you didn't have to like, who is
Yeah.
this person?
Exactly. Because and he's like Alberta's like a Mormon province, and like I
Yeah.
don't fully understand Mormonism, but like I still like try to understand it.
Yeah, but we all watch the South Park episode. They all strive to have golden underwear and have dominion over their own universe or planet. I forget. Every time I say it, a Mormon's like, "No, you're saying it wrong." Like, bitch, you just want a planet.
I don't think anyone really knows what the fuck's happening in Alberta. Alberta is just kind of like, I don't. It's a very it's a strange place. It's the province that like borders BC, and it's just
Alberta. Never heard.
Oh, it's like the oil. It's like Texas because like they have.
It literally is.
They have oil.
Yeah.
But they're like the poor man's Texas. But it's really cold.
Alberta makes them Texas. I mean, the oil makes them Texas.
No, well, that's like their big like export, and then like.
Honestly, I'm really surprised Texas hasn't started their own military.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of private militias. What are you talking about? Joe Rogan's got one. The Alamo Draft House has one. What's that barbecue place?
Texas Friend Comics. They've been doing like shows with him, and they've been like taking pictures of him like drinking, like around like corners and bushes, and then posting them on Facebook. I'm like, this is the weirdest fucking thing.
Drinking. He's in the room. He just talked to Duncan Trussell like yesterday. It's crazy.
Okay, I have a problem that you guys probably don't care about, but I need somebody.
Okay, so here's how you solve this. You sleep inside on your bed.
No. Okay, so anyone that's been around the show knows that I'm all about free the bush, but then I'm like, people are giving me booty shorts, and I'm realizing that like I should probably fix this shit. So I went and I got waxed, and I left the landing strip, but then the landing strip is kind of like slightly off center, and now I'm like, should I leave it? Should I try to fix it? Should I get rid of
Don, you just went through a breakup. Is this you telling us that you're getting some? Like, what's happening?
It's only at this point,
it's really
this is all geometry issues. So it's like you can only go subtractive at this point. So you might as well let it grow back out again a little bit.
No, but like there is like the strip that's there, and the rest of it's not coming back for 6 weeks. But that strip is off center.
You either
so should I get rid of that?
You make it a thinner strip, or you eliminate the strip, or you just let it hang out.
Those are your only options.
I would go all
off center.
I'd go all gone. Like Seinfeld, right? If the chest hair is asymmetrical, you got to shave it all off.
I'm like kind of sad. I was really excited, and then I looked down. I'm like,
but honestly, no one who's gonna be like, oh, Don, excuse me.
Yeah, deal breaker. No, I'm out.
They've finally taken off whatever whatever excuse you're wearing. Have you found pants yet?
And how much lighting do you usually have in these situations?
So
I mean, it's gonna be happening in your car, so it's not like anyone.
I inherited another pair of booty shorts, and they're even more ridiculous than the other ones, but I love them. I love them so much.
You still need pants?
Yeah.
Oh, you know it'd be funny if you put a sign on your van that said, if the landing strip is off center, don't enter. Next to if this band's a rockin', don't come knocking bumper sticker.
Oh no!
I want to
have a toy airplane, and they really wanted a smooth landing, Don.
Crashing! I can't. Where do I go?
Mayday!
Oh, it's tipping. This is how Kobe went down.
Yeah.
Dude, too
The strip was off center.
He was
off
rich.
center.
He was rich.
He landed in the
Lived a
harbor.
good life.
I know you shouldn't need a helicopter to get to like you're not even going like out of state. That's like
Oh,
How
it's
far was it?
annoyingly.
yeah.
Now that it's been long enough, how far was he going?
It's like he's like going downtown.
Literally, like he was going from like
I don't know,
his
'cause
house
I
or
heard-
something to like downtown or something.
Like I heard he takes the helicopter. He used to take the helicopter to home games because he didn't like to
Okay.
sit in traffic. So he's going
right, of
from like
course.
the suburbs to like downtown.
Oh, okay. So just like some random fancy rich boy suburbs thing.
Yeah,
And then he like, so it's like his personal helicopter. Like he had a helipad. at
yeah,
his
he
house
has
or
his own
something?
helicopter. Yeah,
Okay, so he's like, so it's just like yeah. So it's like at a certain point, then it's just like a law of like numbers. Like
Yeah.
if you ride it every day, multiple times a day,
yeah.
you're gonna crash eventually. Because helicopters are like, that's the strangest thing about helicopters is they still don't have black boxes in helicopters. So like we don't like there's some kind of weird law that's I forget why they don't. So we're not analyzing crash data. So they're
The
just
government-
crashing. We're like, I can't
Government
fix it.
conspiracy.
Yeah.
Is it a
My
government
dad was in
conspiracy?
the military, and he was in 5 different helicopter crashes by the time he got
Yeah.
out.
But yeah, the primary use for
Very
helicopters
for
is like
helicopters
military,
to
right?
Just crash.
Is it just because like they know the second they put them in, no one's gonna want to have helicopters anymore? And why can't we just make giant drones? Like what the fuck?
met-
Like drones are pretty
Okay,
steady.
so I actually
That's
met
just science,
somebody last week, and his job is aviation accident investigator or whatever. I wonder if it includes helicopters or if it's just the planes.
No,
going down.
so ask him about helicopters. Ask him
Yeah.
why they don't have black boxes.
Is he hot?
Of course
He's pretty
hot.
cute. He's a
He
newfie.
probably plays Halo. Oh, you spread the gene pool, Dawn.
I
Don't-
found
don't
2
fuck
newfies
another
in 10
newfie.
years. Oh no, that's not the purpose of
Don't
this. This
fuck
is just so
another
I can like
newfie.
have a conversation.
Fuck a Portlandian. At least go over the border.
Portlandia. The borders are closed still.
Yeah,
Trudeau's-
yeah.
Trudeau and Biden
Trudeau?
are like meeting.
Oh,
well,
they're just like
they're meeting each other like every day.
So
And-
wait, why don't
Oh, really?
helicopters have
that's
black
a good
boxes?
excuse to be
Is
with
that
a
what you want me
dreamy
to
white
ask?
boy. What?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I
Well,
heard
I don't.
helicopters don't have black boxes like to record crash data. So it's like they don't really know. I mean, they can't analyze data because there is none.
So annoyingly, how far in like distance was Kobe's flight? It sounds like
Probably
10 miles.
But it's like not even out
Yeah.
of state.
Yeah, probably like
okay,
10 miles or 20 miles, maybe. It depends how far away he was.
This isn't that extreme, but
Or I guess it could be
share
50 miles.
It's probably less than 2 towns over.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
yeah.
he was
So,
just,
like-
up in the air, like looking down at the traffic, like haha, at least we're not.
Yeah.
Actually, let me look it up from.
Then he was like, oh wait, I can't see the ground.
Just wait.
So my best friend, or I guess, yeah, my best friend Chuck, he comes from a wealthy background, and his parents own like property in the Okanagan of BC, which is like wine country. It's fancy, it's expensive. They have a guest house attached to their fucking lake house and all this shit. It's like a 4-hour drive, and they're flying Chuck there instead of just driving. And I like, it's a kind of annoying because I've never been in a position to have so much money where I can justify spending $500 on a flight to avoid like a 3-hour drive. But like, it seems like a lot of trouble to even just get on through the airport.
Yeah, and
To
it's a
go
lot
that
of
far.
it's a lot of like
You know what I
fuel
mean?
too. Even like Diddy, like Puff Daddy
It's
used
a
to have
40-minute fucking flight.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy used to have a private plane and he gave it up because it cost too much to pay for fuel to go everywhere. So he just flies commercial now.
Oh, poor Puff Daddy.
So cool. Yeah, you have it. Yeah, because that's so much gas.
have a
That's
question.
the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're trying to get like if you don't drive and you're trying to get booked on stuff that's like an hour away, but like you want to kind of get booked in a way that like if someone else is on the show, they can give you a ride. Would you, when you're getting booked, would you ask the booker to like book someone that can give you a ride, like your friend that's funny, or would you?
Yeah, I would ask them if you have another spot for like my friend, that could drive you.
Talk to other comedians that like know that booker and be like, hey, if you're on this show ever, and like we're booked at the same time, is it cool if we catch a ride together?
Yeah. So the other option was, or just wait until he puts like kind of gets closer to the date and then be like, who's on the show, and then bother the people that are on it.
Just like tell the booker like, hey, I don't have a ride out there. Is anybody who's going to the show or on the show that might be able to give me a ride? That also like helps me out so much, because like I do shows like within like an hour radius of me like pretty often, so it's a lifesaver just to be like, hey, I don't know how to get there, help.
Where do you live, Amira?
So I'm in Boston, and like the show is in Providence, which is like an hour away. But also, if nobody gives me a ride, I can still, it's in downtown Boston, downtown Providence. I can still take like the commuter rail or like, a bus there.
Were you just about to go by helicopter and then you heard us talking and you were like,
they don't have black boxes.
I could actually see Jason like smirking, and I was like, he's boiling something up in his head. It's coming. I can see it. Like.
No, I was gonna ask earlier, but you guys were talking about helicopters, so I was like, I was waiting for it to die down so I can.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's like a bus or a train or something, that's always fun. Like, because like even though train takes longer, it just gives you more time to like write and stuff.
Or like if you're in the car, you can just go over your jokes with someone that are
totally.
on head. I don't know. I just don't want to like make the booker kind of regret booking me and be like, so can you bother the people you're booking to kind of book me, or can you do me a favor and book someone you don't want to book so they can give me time?
I mean, if the booker
I always do that.
You, they'll make sure that you're taken care of most of the time. You just
I don't really know him that well. But I told my friend to email him, and hopefully he has a spot and just puts her on that show. So hopefully that works.
Is Providence like a kind of a bigger city? Like, what's the likelihood that people are coming out of Boston into Providence?
It's more likely because he used to have a show in Boston, and then he moved to Rhode Island, so people know him from Boston. So it's more
right. All right. Well, then I wouldn't worry about it. It would be more concerning if you lived in Providence trying to get to Boston, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good to do shows out of town and get like different audiences, so you can do like. You don't have to worry about who's heard my material and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
There should be enough connections.
And what works where.
Yeah. I just wish I had bigger hands so I can write my set list on it. Because I don't memorize.
I was thinking about getting those body.
You should get a foam finger.
They have like body tattoo pens.
Yeah.
Or get like an Apple Watch or something, so like you can look down and see your notes.
Or a fake watch, and I just put my set list on it because that's expensive.
Or get a big Starbucks cup and write like your set list on the side of the cup, like it's your name.
Get Google glasses, and then they're just in your eyeball.
Oh my God!
Like Tony Stark.
Do those exist now?
I think Apple's trying to push some bullshit on us. Like they're trying to push it again. Google Glass totally got destroyed, but there are other places that are doing similar.
There's another company out of San Francisco called eSight, and they make glasses for like visually impaired people, and they have these ones that look like sunglasses, but they have like a camera on them, so you can like zoom in on stuff and like change contrast and take pictures.
That's perfect for me because I'm a good stalker.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh my God, that puts a new like spin on so many things.
So somebody sees you, you just wear sunglasses and like
voyeurism is
it looks like you're like in the future.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
That was like out of nowhere. I was like, what's happening?
He's got eyes on his eyes.
No, I was gonna say it was like
crazy.
What's that movie? True Lies. Remember True Lies when Arnold Schwarzenegger had those glasses with the camera in them so you can see what's behind them?
Oh, yeah.
Those look terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, some comedians recommend if you have like a drink of water or something, you can put a napkin right next to it with like
Yeah.
The set list. But
Yeah, it's put on the stool or whatever they have.
yeah, but
I have
sometimes
no problem taking my notebook up on stage, like at all.
I only like to do that for
What
open
are you guys
mics.
gonna do? I'm gonna have bullet points. Fuck you. You're gonna get
I mean, Joan Rivers had giant like huge cards with her sets.
Oh, that's the thing I hate about
that's pretty bad. But like
that's the thing about talk show hosts is like they get cue cards and like all the jokes are written on them. So it's like,
well, not even that. Like you can be even lazier, and they have like teleprompt. It's just word for word.
Yeah. Oh, like
So
like award
dude.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime, like, I won't like use my notebook every time I'm doing a show.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a short set, like 8-9 minutes. But if I'm doing like 15, 20, I have my notebook on stage. 100%. That's a lot
All
of
right.
material to run through.
Let's
I can't even
imagine. Let's end the recording.
I can't get through 5 minutes. So.
Oh my god, all that was recorded? No, sure.
Let's end the recording.
I'm pretty sure the whole thing was recorded.
With a nice embarrassing story about Furion. Any embarrassing stories about Furion? No.
What is that?
No,
I'm not even sure what
you're
that
reading
is.
into that too much. Too much.
What is Furion?
I'm not reading into it. I'm just saying I want to.
No, I don't have any embarrassing.
Somebody wants to know what Furion is.
He's one of my Halo forum
boyfriends.
flings.
Okay.
Wasn't even a boyfriend. It was just like somebody I used to.
Okay, so then why'd you say him? It's just a friend list now.
He's just another notch,
boyfriend.
another notch on your controller.
Exactly. You know, just another person on my friends list. I don't know. Dear Lord.
Are we all just another person on your friends list, Dawn?
Yeah.
Is that all we are, Dawn? Just another name, Dawn.
Yeah. And you know what? I will travel to see every single one of you guys too.
And on that note, Dawn being so full of shit, this has been a hot mess open mic.